Hi and welcome everyone to another video on this channel. Today I'm gonna show you my team selection for Gaming 32, and as usual, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button. But now let's get into it. Okay, so shortly before showing you my team for Gaming 32, I just wanted to go a little bit through to see how my team did in Gaming 31. Now before going into that game, Leicester Newcastle, I didn't expect to get such a big green arrow, but as you can see from the screen, really happy with my rank. From 6k I got a big green arrow to 3 and 500k. So yeah, the players who played in that game, Leicester Newcastle, were amazing for me. Livramento, as you can see, a clean sheet, 2 bonus points, 11 points in total, and Murphy, the real hero, with 2 goals, 3 bonus points, and a 16 pointer. That's just amazing. I mean, it's really incredible. And also, my captain this game week was Mohamed Salah, and I need to say that maybe I was a little bit lucky, but I got away with that. I honestly expected Isaac to score really good points in the last game of Game Week 31, but yeah, I got away with that. At the moment, I have two free transfers, scored 65 points in total in Game Week 31. Obviously, really happy at the moment with my team. Now, Guardiol with 9 points. The biggest disappointment, if I can have one, although my game week was amazing. Per total, Palmer didn't start for Chelsea. He was subbed in. He got just 1 point. Now, yeah, hopefully he's gonna start the next one. But now let's see how my team is looking like for Gaming 32. Okay, so next up you can see how my team is currently lining up for Gaming 32, double Gaming 32. So finally another double game week for us. Now, at the moment, as you can see, I have 3 players from Newcastle and 3 players from Crystal Palace. I'm not gonna talk too much about them because I think that I talked a lot in my last videos, and obviously you should try to get to 6 players depending on your chip strategy, how many free transfers you have left, if you're gonna use your free in Gaming 34. So it really depends on your team and strategy. At the moment, from Newcastle, I have Livramento, Murphy, and Isak, which is, in my opinion, at the moment, at least the best trio to have from Newcastle. Now, I'm recording this video before Eddie Howe's press conference, so we need to see what news we're gonna get. If Anthony Gordon is available, he could be also a great option for Gaming 33, but I just think that at the moment there's really no need for me to take any risk with players like Harvey Barnes and Murphy. Obviously, I'm not gonna sell none of my Newcastle and Crystal Palace players, but if you want to buy one, if you have just two, for example, there are also other options to buy. Now, let's start with the defense. My goalkeepers this game week are pretty good, in my opinion, both of them. Martinez against Southampton away and Raya against Brentford at home. Now, both of these teams are gonna play second leg games in the Champions League next week, so we could see some rotation from Arsenal and Aston Villa. But at the moment, my prediction is that Martinez is not gonna be rotated, or at least I hope that's gonna be the case. Now, also Raya, I don't think that he's gonna be rotated, to be honest with you. But the thing is, at the moment, currently, slightly, I'm just preferring Martinez. I'm picking the better fixture, although it's away. But Southampton are a team that are relegated already from the Premier League, so they really don't have anything left to play. Now, I'm not saying that Southampton are not gonna try to score against Aston Villa, because that's definitely not the case. But yeah, I'm preferring Martinez at the moment. Now it's gonna be some rotation from Aston Villa probably. Although they lost to PSG, they still have a chance to go through in the Champions League. But we're not gonna get a really strong team from Aston Villa, so maybe that's a little bit concerning for my clean sheet odds on Martinez. But still, at the moment, I'm preferring him. And also, Arsenal didn't really keep so many clean sheets in the last games. Now, I said that they were a little bit unlucky against Everton. They conceded a penalty, which was not a penalty, and in the last one they conceded in the last minute. So Arsenal are still one of the best defenses in the world. They just kept a clean sheet against Real Madrid. So just let's not kid ourselves. They are a really good defense, and definitely they could keep a clean sheet against Brentford at home. Although the fixture is not that great, Brentford are playing okay away from home also, so I definitely can see Brentford scoring one in that game. Uh, Maybe if Arsenal are gonna rotate also now, they won 3-0 against Real Madrid, but I don't think that they are just gonna play their bench players against Real Madrid in the second leg, right? So yeah, they are gonna rest some players, but not too many as Aston Villa. That's my opinion at the moment. Now in defense, I have Livramento, Guardiol, and Munoz. Really happy with them. Munoz, Livramento with double game weeks. Um, Guardiol against Crystal Palace at home. I need to pick from Guardiol between one player between Guardiol and Konate, and at the moment I'm leaning towards Guardiol. I really like him. He got some good points in the last game weeks. He's really good for bonus. Manchester City are playing a little bit better at the moment, and also they are fighting for that top four spots. Now also Liverpool are fighting for the Champions League, right? But the thing is, the fixture, I think that is better for Konate. Both are at home, but I'm gonna pick Vardiol, the more attacking defender, obviously. Now with Munoz, he has a double gaming, but the fixtures are really not that great. Manchester City away and Newcastle away. I can't really see any clean sheets for Munoz, but he's gonna get appearance points. Hopefully, if he's not gonna concede so many goals. And also with Munoz, he's a really attacking defender, but you know that. So yeah, maybe some assists, maybe some goals from these games. Yeah, if you have already three players from Crystal Palace, honestly, I wouldn't just switch them up. Yeah, if you have five free transfers, if you really don't know what to do with them, you can do something like Sar to Eze if you want. But with Munoz, I really don't have any alternative to sell, and also I'm not gonna sell any of my double gaming players. I prepared for this with my wildcard 30. Now hopefully it's gonna work. In midfield, as you can see, Palmer, Murphy, Sar, Salah. Murphy and Sar the same players with double gamings. Not really interested in doing any transfers now. Also, I can't make any transfers. As you can see, I have zero money in the bank. But I really don't think that it's worth it for some of you. If you have the cash to go from someone like Sar to Eze, I just don't think that's a good use of a transfer. Yeah, Eze scored more points in the last two games and Sar blanked. I know it's a little bit frustrating for me also, but the thing is, um, Sar is still good value and he could easily outscore Eze in the next four game weeks, let's say. So yeah, I think that's okay. Now, from an attacking perspective, the fixtures are maybe a little bit better against Man City and Newcastle than it is from a defensive perspective, because those teams are really good teams, but they are not world-class defenses. We saw this season Man City weren't at their best this year, and also Newcastle, um, yeah, are not top defenses. Now, my two single gaming players, Mohamed Salah, obviously, there is no need to sell him or do whatever with him. If you guys think about selling Salah to a double gaming player, I just don't know if that's worth it. I saw that a lot of people are thinking about getting rid of Mohamed Salah, but the thing is, yeah, it's really frustrating because he cost a lot of money and he blanked in the last game weeks, and he wasn't really performing at his best level, let's be honest. But the thing is, he could easily turn up in any game, and I know that I say this maybe every game week, the same with Cole Palmer, but it's still Mohamed Salah, and he's gonna play against West Ham at home. He's on penalties. He's the top scorer for Liverpool. So I just don't think that right now it's the moment to sell Mohamed Salah. Maybe in the future, after gaming 34, 35, maybe we will have an opportunity to sell him. Maybe Liverpool would have won the title at that point. Maybe he's not gonna play all the games 90 minutes, but at the moment I just don't think that's the right idea. So yeah, really not. I don't really want to talk too much about that. Now the big problem for my team is Cole Palmer. Obviously, uh, it really doesn't make sense for me at the moment to sell Palmer to Saka. Um, yeah, if I had Saka, obviously I would have played him or benched him, depending if we can get some team news, some early team news ahead of Gaming 32 to see if Saka is gonna start or not against Brentford. But at the moment, for my team, I picked Palmer on my wildcard 30 because he had the better fixtures, but it's really frustrating because he was benched in the last gaming. So yeah, it's really funny what happened with Bukayo Saka and Cole Palmer owners, because Saka was benched, Palmer was benched again, but now the fixture is against Ipswich at home. So really, I really don't want to sell him, and it really doesn't make any sense to sell Palmer against Ipswich at home. Hopefully he's gonna start. Hopefully he's gonna get at least 45 minutes, let's say, if he's not gonna start. But yeah, I we know what he can do, and I know that he was also not in the best form at the moment, but we know what Cole Palmer can do, and he's a great differential also at this point. So it's a really nice opportunity for me to gain some rank from a differential Cole Palmer. It's not gonna happen um, too soon at any moment in time. In my attack, as you can see, I have Mateta, Marmoush, and Isak. Now here, um the big question, if you want. My triple captain currently is active on Alexander Isak. This was my strategy for a long time. Now we could get other chances to use our triple captain in the future. Maybe we're gonna get a double gaming 36 or 35, but the real truth is that you don't have any guarantee that's gonna happen. So we don't know if we're gonna get another double gaming this season. And at the moment, I have this double gaming, which is confirmed. I'm gonna bench boosting gaming 33. That could be also a great opportunity to use your triple captain if you want to, but for me at the moment it's an easy decision to triple captain Isak. The fixtures are great. I mean, they are not Leicester and Ipswich or something like that, but they are against Man United at home and Crystal Palace at home. So two fixtures at home for Isak, one of the best top scorers in the Premier League this year. He's on penalties. I know he blanked against Leicester, and maybe that's a little bit frustrating. Maybe that's putting people a little bit off of captaining him, and maybe the concerns about his injury. But Eddie Howe said that he was okay and he is not going to be his minutes are not needed to be managed in the next until the end of the season. So at least that's what he said. Now, obviously, he could get injured, but that could happen to any player. And yeah, I think that he's gonna get close to 90 minutes in both games. He was subbed in the last game just because Newcastle were winning 3-0, so it really didn't get have anything with his injury concerns. So yeah, for me, an easy decision. Triple captain Isak. That's how it's going to be. Hopefully, I could gain some rank with this. Marmoush, Crystal Palace at home, great fixture. Nothing to say about that really. He could be on penalties. We don't know for sure that already, but he's the number 9 for Manchester City. He's one of the players who basically we know that is gonna get a lot of minutes, not like someone like Foden or Savinho or Grealish or Doku if you want. So with him, we're a little bit more safe that he's gonna start. Now Mateta is my vice captain. Obviously, it doesn't really matter because I think that Isak is gonna play. But again, the fixtures are not great, but from an attacking perspective, are not so bad either. He's a great option again on penalties. His statistics are really good. Crystal Palace are playing a little bit better against better sides, but let's see what's gonna happen. They are gonna have back-to-back double gaming, so yeah, this is going to be my triple captain, my triple up from Crystal Palace for the next game week 2. On the bench, I have also Savinho. Now, I don't have Savinho on the bench because I think that he's not gonna start. Because if I was to predict, I would say that Savinho is gonna start against Crystal Palace at home because he maybe was rested in the last game week because he played a lot of games recently. Now, honestly, no one can guarantee you which players are gonna start for Man City. But let's see. If Foden has a little injury problem, that's just gonna um, have Savinho's minutes go up a little bit. So I think that is a good option. But he's in my team for the double gaming. Hopefully, uh, yeah, I can guarantee you that he's gonna play to 90 minutes in the double gaming. Probably not, but at that price, I still think that is a great option. And with Gabriel, probably I'm gonna need to deal with him later. And what I'm saying by that is probably next game in gaming 33. Now let's see how my team could look for gaming 33 just shortly. Okay, so shortly at the end I just wanted to go through how my team is gonna could look in gaming 33. At the moment this is my team for gaming 32 as you can see, so I'm predicted to score close to 100 points, and also my starting lineup is just as predicted. If we go to gaming 33 and we click optimize, at the moment I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 players who are gonna have a double gaming. Now obviously I'm gonna have 3 free transfers, so maybe I will just take a hit here. Now my plan was to try to sell Isak to someone like Watkins, but at the moment Watkins didn't start in the most important game maybe for the season for Aston Villa, so I'm not really sure about if I'm gonna do that. Now, obviously, what I'm gonna do is to sell Paul Palmer to Saka. That's probably a move I will 100% make if Saka is gonna be fit and available. And to do that, I'm not gonna be able to buy someone like Saliba at the moment because just got in price twice, I think, and Gabriel dropped in price twice. So I took those rises. Um, but yeah, at the moment, I want to see who's going to play against Brentford and Real Madrid. But Kivior could be an option at that price for me, at least in my team. Now, then I could sell also someone like Murphy to someone like Rogers. Now, also that Kivior move would help me to buy other players like Rogers. So if we make these 3 transfers, this is how my team is gonna look like. I'm gonna have 2 players from Aston Villa, 3 players from Arsenal, 3 players from Crystal Palace, and 3 from City. If I said that, now obviously this would be my bench at the moment: Martinez, Savinho, Konate, and Livramento. And also I could add another player from Aston Villa, but I need to see if I'm gonna do that. I would love to have someone like Watkins, but at the moment he's just not playing regularly, and I don't know if it's worth it to just sell Isak, who's gonna play against Aston Villa away, so against them. But uh, the fixture is not that bad to just sell Isak to a player like Watkins who's not gonna play. Now here I need to see, maybe I'm just gonna sell Livramento to someone like Konsa and play with double Aston Villa defense, although I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, these are my moves. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have 3 free transfers. One transfer is gonna be for sure Palmer to Bukayo Saka. The second one, I will need to sell Gabriel and probably to another Arsenal defender or something like that. And then I need to decide, um, probably Murphy to a midfielder from Aston Villa, Rogers, Asensio, or Rashford, depending on who's gonna get a lot of minutes against Southampton, against PSG in the second leg. I'm gonna need to deal with that then. And then the question, the question is, if to sell Isak to Watkins or just sell Livramento to Konsa and be done with it and have 12 double gaming players. So yeah, my team, it's looking okay at the moment. The plan is to bench boost. I'm gonna have Martinez, Savinho, yeah, with not the great minutes maybe in the double, but the fixtures are okay. Konate, if he's gonna stay fit against Leicester away, that's a great fixture. Even that he's a single gaming player, I think that he's great. And I could also just play Livramento and not take that -4 if I will consider that uh, that one fixture is maybe not worth transferring out for 2 fixtures against Newcastle and City. So yeah, the gimmick is not great defending wise for Aston Villa. Now Martinez obviously is gonna get a lot of saves, so it's a different conversation. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video this long. It really means a lot to me. If you enjoy this type of content and if you want to see more on this channel, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I'm gonna see you probably on my deadline stream on Saturday. See you later. Bye.